You can tell when your car battery's dying. But with your water heater, you'll never know until it starts leaking. Before you buy another tank, consider a Navien tankless water heater. No storage tank to heat or leak. Lower energy bills and endless hot water for spa-like comfort. All backed by Navien's strong warranty. If your water heater is over 8 years old, it's time to check out Navien at tanklessmadesimple.com.
Count on Navien.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your driver's license is important so you can get back and forth to work, get your kids to school, and back and forth to daycare. If your license has been suspended because you can't pay your tickets, you can't do any of those things. Let's talk about Chapter 13 bankruptcy. You may have heard the tickets cannot be discharged, but they can be dealt with in a Chapter 13 case. Why not come in for a free consultation? The chapter you choose will make all the difference to your getting back legally on the road. Let's design a plan to pay off your tickets and restore your license immediately. I'm attorney Travis Gagne. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. The local news went to a Denny's in Georgia for a story about their failing health grade.
Uh-oh.
And, they got themselves attacked by the employees.
Well, that shows true workplace
That's loyalty
camaraderie right there, right?
Yeah, some people think they should have just called the manager and not ambushed the employees with the questions and the cameras. Here's the audio.
You can get up and face.
Can we ask you, ma'am, about this? Expired deli meat stored in the cooler for customers? Were you serving expired deli meat? Ma'am, don't touch the camera.
Don't put the camera in my face.
Hey, we need to ask
You don't need to be in my face.
violations.
Call police.
So we're not going to discuss it.
You're not supposed to be in the building.
So, whoa.
Get your hands off me. Get your hands off me.
Hey.
The news is walking in.
Come on now. Guys.
Why?
You want to talk to us about
Do you
this
have
store?
rights to record us?
Yes, we do.
Why? What are your rights?
You have a failing health inspection.
Okay, we
You
know.
want to talk about the failing health
the
inspection?
failing health inspection is
Hey, that's assault. That's a charge. We're not touching you.
You know, I have to tell you, I mean, nobody deserves to be assaulted, but you know, the news really, these people are just employees. You want to talk about failing health inspection, you gotta go talk to the main dude.
Well, they need to get their big story right here, man.
Yeah, I mean, I know, and
they had it happening right by that game where you get to grab stuff out of the machine.
Oh, see, that's a travesty.
Claws.
That's a travesty.
Yeah.
I of course, this makes great headlines, and you're ambushing people, and these are just regular people working. You know?
They don't. I don't believe they're the owners of. They're just employees. They're like, just leave us the F alone, man. We're trying to do our thing.
Yeah, exactly. That's crappy. I really, that kind of journalism to me is just lame. And you see that a lot.
Watching, man.
Yeah, because that's what they got to do. Because, I mean, nobody cares about the news anymore. I mean, everyone's getting it off the internet. Who's watching TV anymore for news? Except old people like Vicky.
Now, it sounds like one of the people that got into it, the reporter, I don't know if it's like a mother-son type of like coworker thing, because she's like, that's my son right here. If you film me with that camera, I'm going to knock your ass out.
Oh,
and
damn.
I blanket promise you that my blanket son's right here. Don't do that, S, because I'll knock your ass out. And then the wife say, I don't give a blank. My son's right here. You bitch.
Whoa.
Wow. This is amazing.
Wow. See, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they do have to start doing this because you'll start watching news.
Oh, I would watch news all the time.
Okay.
If people started cursing out the reporters.
I stand corrected. I had no idea that this could be a new way for news to basically get you to watch.
Damn, though, man. Sounds like this Denny's is not doing all that well at this place. They scored a U for unsatisfactory with expired deli meat, flying insects, and raw eggs on bacon and cheese.
How do you screw up Denny's? Denny's is like the greatest place ever. How do you screw that up?
Maybe that's why these employees are that bad, that angry.
Maybe
because they're not very good cooks.
Damn, dude. Oh, I don't like that. I like Denny's. I hope this is an isolated incident with the bad report.
Now's no better time to go.
Oh, I know. That's what you're thinking. I wouldn't trust that particular location.
I would go in a heartbeat. I want to say hi to these people.
Where are they again? Oh, Georgia. Good.
Georgia.
Nowhere near here. Very good. All right. I'm sure our Denny's are fine. Boy, that woman, she's...
Okay, so just her son is there. That doesn't look like... Her son's not an employee, just like a little kid.
Yeah. Well, see,
I love that she's slapping him with a giant tub of ketchup in her arms.
And so she's just a regular customer.
No, she looks like she works there.
Oh, she works there as well? Okay.
I think she had like the Black Denny shirt on.
Oh, okay. Yeah, man.
Couldn't hire babysitters, so the kids just hanging out too.
Well, you know.
Yeah. Oh,
great.
You gotta do what you gotta do, Rev.
I'm sure.
Plus, she's got the whole apron thing going on right there, too. Yeah.
Okay.
She's just holding a catch-up while she's slapping this.
She's trying to give him a grand slam, Steve.
This would be the greatest day ever at a Denny's if I witnessed all this happen.
Oh, yeah, you're getting dinner and a show.
Yeah.
Man. All right, I haven't watched the Game of Thrones episode last night, so like a lot of you, I'm sure there's a lot going on. I've managed to avoid some headlines that are out there, so I'm like, I'm not going to read this, not going to look at this.
Everybody died.
I do have a story. It has nothing to do with the story, but everything to do with Starbucks. This is really funny. I love this. Game of Thrones takes place basically like in King Arthur times.
Right.
Okay, Steve, so everyone's got swords. And
that's why I don't watch it.
Yeah. And there was a part of the show where it looks like there's a Starbucks cup that was on this grand table of the nobles in front of a character whose name is Jon Snow.
I saw this, and it's just like, wow. I mean, it's just straight up, it looks like a grande-sized cup with the little sleeve that goes over the Starbucks, but with the lid on and everything.
Yeah, and I love it because, of course, you know, we're talking hundreds of years ago.
Well, I mean, product placement's important no matter what kind of show you're doing.
True. And so a lot of folks were wondering, Steve, if in fact it was intentional, like it was product placement.
No,
that's what people are wondering. Some people, back in season 3, they had the Walk of Punishment episode that concluded with some people thought an entirely out of context rock song.
So they think maybe they're just kind of messing with the Game of Thrones fans by doing stuff like this?
You know,
how do you miss that, though?
Yeah, well, I mean, you realize that there's long takes between scenes. People need a cup of coffee. But I can completely understand why someone would be drinking coffee on set, but then it was just they forgot to take it off.
But don't you think you have editors? I guess sometimes these things happen in movies as well. And like, what was it? Ben-Hur, where he's got a watch on.
Yeah.
And that was like the big joke back in those days. But you would think you have like what do they call them? Like the continuity directors, like to making sure everything is right.
Yeah.
You don't think that someone would be like, hey, guys.
Yeah.
You might want to remove your Starbucks cup.
And we didn't have the ability to freeze frame like we do now. So a lot of stuff I bet we've missed over the years that we get to go back and look at. I've talked about
also share rather quickly on social media, so it just blows up.
But it totally looks like, like you said, a grande cup. Totally looks like it. Well, good for Starbucks, huh? If they didn't pay for that product placement, that's a hell of a show to have your coffee on.
And yeah, dude, it's hilarious.
Yeah, there it is, full blown. So, that happened last night. I'm sure a lot of other stuff did too, which I will find out today.
I like how some people are upset. You're telling me they had 2 years to put together a decent show and you couldn't even spot the damn Starbucks cup in Winterfell?
Are people really saying that? Like on the internet, they're really pissed about this?
Of course they are.
God, people are stupid.
They're finding anything to complain about on this show right now.
They really are stupid. It's very easy to miss something like this because no one's freeze framing.
I used to freeze frame on Basic Instinct quite a bit.
I know, that was good.
On VHS, though. Yeah. And that would wear out the tape, and Dad got mad.
Yeah.
I was like, why is there a big wear out in this scene? I don't know. It's my brother.
Yeah, my brother did it.
Another person, so this is where we're at now? A Starbucks cup? Game of Thrones.
Oh, I wouldn't even go to the internet. People are just dumb. They really are dumb. Yeah. I mean, it's very easy for something like this to happen if you know anything about how movies and TV shows are made.
Wasn't that the big issue that it's too dark in the show? Maybe they just didn't see it.
Well, there's that too. That was a dark scene. I mean,
and that scene is dark, and then you can suddenly see the Starbucks cup. So they're like, "Hey, look, we fixed the lighting."
Yeah, it has a shiny white top. That's the problem. Is that you definitely can see the shiny white top of the plastic, topper for a Starbucks cup, and so it's really noticeable when you freeze frame it. I bet if we're watching live, you guys didn't notice, right? When you watched last night?
No, didn't notice it at all.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but I know there's no way I'd notice it either.
But when you see a million tweets about it, and then people are showing it and circling with the red, now I see it. But
yeah, I bet I could go freeze frame it myself now that I know where it is and what the scene is. Sure, someone's got a sharp eye.
Awesome.
I think it's awesome that somebody had a sharp eye, but should you complain that somebody missed it? No.
I mean, this is a win-win. Yeah, some people are goofing on them, but people are talking about Game of Thrones, which is what they want.
Yes, sir.
And, man, conspiracy theory-wise, maybe they were in cahoots with Starbucks. Starbucks is getting a ton of free publicity otherwise.
And if they didn't pay for this, and this isn't a conspiracy theory, what a happy accident for Starbucks.
I love when someone on Twitter says, I found where they got the Starbucks cup from, and they photoshopped a Starbucks drive-thru on the set or in a scene of Game of Thrones.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
I mean, Starbucks are everywhere. It makes sense.
Why wouldn't they be at Winterfell? You know, I mean, granted, Winterfell took a beating a couple weeks ago, but the Starbucks still survived. That's really cool.
I just feel bad for the barista to spell out Daenerys.
Yeah, that's tough to write. Right? Yeah, I hope she put Danny. That's what everybody calls her, Danny.
She's got a long name, like Mother of Dragons, Breaker of Chains, Macarena Dancer kind of thing.
Danny's probably better.
Yeah.
Yes, I am.
Not you.
No,
with an I.
Dani. Thank you.
A little hard over the I, too.
You're just the mother of effers. That's who you are.
Wow.
Yeah.
You don't know what I do with my pumpkin spice lattes.
Yeah. We got this group of researchers, and they figured something out. You know what they figured out? The best invention of the last 25 years. We've got a list of the best inventions, but what was number one? I'm going to tell you at 8:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. A group of researchers carried out a detailed study. They wanted to figure out what is the best invention of the last 25 years. Ooh. You guys want to take a shot? What do you think the best invention of the last 25 years is? We got like 25, top 25 list.
Crock-pot.
Crock-pot on the list. Do I see it?
It's been around for more than 25 years.
I feel like it's gotten more popular, though, in the last 10 years.
Yeah.
Maybe even the last 5 years. People are all about the crock pot. How about air fryer?
Ooh, the air fryer.
Was that invented in the last 25 years?
I think that's probably relatively new.
I am not seeing anything that I can think of that shows me food. How crazy is that?
Well, this list is bullcrap.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking over here, and
food delivery services like Grubhub and Uber Eats, they're not on there?
No, not that I can see. Am I losing? I'm scanning this list as quickly as I can. I don't see anything food related on there.
Let's go more basic. How about a cell phone?
Cell phone. There goes
call.
Danny. He knows what's up. I'm looking, and smartphones they're number two.
Okay.
Yeah, smartphones. I think has to fall in that category. Internet. I am looking for internet, and isn't that interesting? Am I not seeing internet on here? I'm not seeing it. I'm seeing things like GPS. I'm seeing things like online banking, online search, online
That's
shopping.
all internet, man. Internet's everything.
I guess that's, so that must just fall under the window of internet. By the way, banking, searching, and shopping online, 3, 4, and 5.
And it's been the last 25 years.
Yeah.
I mean, like the internet came out about 28 years ago, so I'm wondering if that's why they didn't put it on.
Boy, Steve. Bluetooth. Finally, Steve is hitting the list. Number 18.
Yes.
Good job, Steve.
Love me some Bluetooth.
We still haven't hit number 1 yet.
I was going to say GPS. That has saved my life.
Number 7, and saved my life too. I would make that my number 1. Mm-hmm. No doubt about it. The fact that I can drive where I want and not have the panic of trying to figure out where I'm going.
Or trying to read a map.
Yeah, and I had to do all that, Vicky, and I'm telling you, driving sucks so much. When they came out with maps and GPS like this, it's made my life so much better. So I make GPS my number 1, but it is not number 1. And number 8 should be my number 2 as far as I'm concerned. Flat screen TVs, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, that's my number 8.
Really?
Well, that's their number 8. It's my number 2.
It changed the game. I mean, you didn't have to go to a movie theater to watch, a TV, like the giant television.
Yeah.
Or you didn't have to lug it into the house. You could just literally have 2 people carrying it.
Yeah, I miss the days of those giant tube TVs.
Oh, I do not.
I had,
oh, gosh.
When I moved here, we couldn't bring it. And it was just when flat screen TVs were coming out. I'm talking 20 years ago, and we had to say goodbye to the TV we bought when we first moved here, and it was kind of sad, but it just stopped working this last week.
Wow, really?
And I couldn't believe that it lasted 20 years. I mean, a lot of flat screen TVs.
No.
But it stopped working, and I sort of thought, wow, this was the TV we got because we couldn't move the big ass tube TV that Steve was talking about from Rochester to Seattle.
Those are the worst.
Yeah.
Time to upgrade. You gonna get one of them 88-inchers?
Man. Might get something.
FaceTime.
Yeah. FaceTime.
Yeah.
I am looking at, they've got Facebook at number 19.
Yeah, that's not a good thing.
Well, and I think with Skype came in at 15. I guess that kind of counts.
Same thing, yeah.
Yeah, so Skype is 15.
I'd be lost without FaceTime.
Yeah.
That'd be tough for a lot of people who are like not able to be around their kids all the time.
Right.
Like I hear about that with like professional wrestlers. Are like, it's so much nicer to be wrestling in this day and age as opposed to back in the 80s where you were just a non-existent father.
Yeah.
Now, at least you could still have moments every day with your kid.
And is that the only person you really FaceTime a lot, Danny?
Yeah.
Because
FaceTimes me when he's pooping.
It's true.
Oh, well, there's that, yeah. Well, again, he's got 2 kids, or at least, because I don't FaceTime my wife. We don't see each other. We talked about it. We FaceTimed a little at the beginning.
Right.
And then we're like,
It's not your thing.
Yeah. I know what you look like. You know what I look like, so I'll just call you. Just calling seemed a lot easier.
I don't know. It's a lot of fun. Even if I get to see my grandma more and more now that she kind of lives here, but it's nice to FaceTime with her or my aunts and stuff. It just it brings us closer because I never really got to hang out with her that much.
So you do the FaceTime and you do a lot with a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I don't know if I got a lot of siblings I don't see. I don't care.
And I get to see my cousin and my nieces. All the little girls are just sitting there like trying to touch the screen to give me a kiss.
Yeah,
and everything.
See, that's little kids.
Cute.
That makes sense. Seeing little kids makes sense that you don't get to see. I can appreciate that. Wireless headphones are a game changer for me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and that came in at number 20. We still have not hit the number 1, which is really interesting. Flat screen TVs, like I said, number 8.
Energy drinks. That was texted in.
Yeah, energy drinks are not on here. Like I said, no food, which I am surprised. Because
for me, one of my favorite things would have to be streaming music. So Apple Music, and I see number 24 is Spotify, which obviously is that's the gold standard for a lot of people. I don't have Spotify, but I have Apple Music, but it's the same kind of thing. Mm-hmm. The ability to be able to just have in your car all of your CDs, technically, as opposed to having actual CDs in your car.
By the way, if you're Pandora and you're Apple Music or anybody else, how about you don't make this list? It's Spotify that gets ahead of you. That just goes to show you how far Spotify has come. Spotify was I remember when they first started. People go, what are they doing? No one's ever going to watch Spotify. There's Pandora, or Apple's going to do something. And you know what? Spotify is they've made a move.
Spotify's big because you can make your own playlists.
Yeah.
And that helps a lot. Pandora's just a random slew of stuff. So sometimes
you can make playlists on Apple, though.
I was going to say, I think Pandora's caught up.
I have that as well, too, yeah.
I think Pandora, you can now do playlists and stuff because they tried catching up.
Spotify's still the big dog, though. Mm-hmm. Good for Spotify because they weren't the first in the game. Also, I'm very happy at number 23. I would probably put this in my top 10, and that is the Amazon Echo. Which I think, she's a relatively new creation. I love the fact that she made the top 25 as the best inventions. Shows you smart speakers making it happen. Still haven't hit number 1.
One texter, what about 4 Loco?
Yeah, 4 Loco. I can't believe it. You guys are taking for granted number 1. You've been all around it. Everything we've talked about really involves number 1, but we don't think of it.
XNXX.com.
That's actually number 69, Steve.
Good number. Nice.
Yeah, my number 3 is tablets. By the way, that was number 10 on the list, but I think tablets have changed my life because I travel so much and I can take everything on my tablet.
What about Uber? Somebody just texted in, like ride sharing.
Yeah, I'm looking for ride sharing, and is it on here and I'm missing it, Steve? Because I don't see it.
Nope, not on there.
They do have modern electric cars, like Tesla's number 16. They consider that to be a great invention. 3D printers at number 12.
Yeah, those are pretty cool.
We haven't mentioned YouTube. And YouTube
Someone definitely said YouTube's got to be on the list.
Not in the top 10. I would think YouTube deserves to be in the top 10. It's number 11.
Yeah.
But I think as I look at all the stuff here, I guess, wouldn't some people put YouTube ahead of flat screen TVs since a lot of folks aren't even watching flat screen TVs anymore? They're watching
it. It changed the video game. They were the ones that made it so everyone could put out their own content. So, yeah, that would be like in my top 5.
Because a lot of people don't watch TVs anymore. They watch it on their phones or on their tablets.
Dude, kids these days, we just gave, I was babysitting I know, right? I was babysitting the niece, and she just, took my wife's phone and was just sitting there watching, I don't know, something that kids watch these days, but it was just, she didn't say a word for the 4 hours we were there.
Yep.
That's perfect.
Lily
it was great.
Lily will watch slime videos all day long. All you do is go on YouTube and type in slime, and I don't know what it is. It's people playing with slime, and she finds it so interesting.
They brought the slime now that have little toys inside of them. And so, it's just a total phenomenon.
What is happening?
I know it's so crazy that the TV companies are now making rotating television so you could watch on your TV the horizontal or the vertical style. They're set up on a stand where you can flip it so that it looks like how you look at your phone.
Oh, because some people don't do the landscape.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
But we're getting a lot of texts, and I got to imagine now seeing all the texts that this is number 1. Wi-Fi.
That's it. There you go. That's the one. We take it for granted. We really, really do.
See, I just view that as internet. But you're right. It's different than internet.
Yeah.
It's the internet I curse daily.
Wi-Fi is what allows you to get to the internet from your house.
Yeah.
Yeah, but why doesn't it work?
Yeah.
Me yelling all the time about it.
Well, it's supposed to work too, but
do you guys remember having to, even like on laptops, having to have like a hard wire connection to the wall? You couldn't move anywhere. I hated that so much.
My favorite thing to hate on is when somebody would answer the phone or knock you off the internet.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like a lot of young people don't know what that means.
Nothing makes a hotel look more dated when you walk in and see that they don't have up-to-date connections for what you need. Like when you see that, like that hub that you go, just plug your wire into here and you're on the internet. So I'm like, where are we? Like in the 90s? What is this? Why haven't you figured this out yet? Yeah, it's Wi-Fi is a pretty amazing thing. I can't argue with that. Data encryption, I guess that's also, when you think of Wi-Fi and we think of everything we do on the internet, data encryption came in at number 14. That's a cool thing. 3D printers, as I said. Here's something I got to talk to my doctor about, because this is number 6, and we've heard about this, but my doctor has said, well, I don't know. It might be more like mind over matter and a placebo effect, and that is stem cell technology. You've heard a lot about it.
Yeah.
It's supposed to cure a lot of stuff that used to have to be cured by surgery. You know, where instead they inject stem cells into whatever you need issues and supposedly helps your body heal itself, which, again, it's expensive. And my doctor says, you know, is it because people are paying tens of thousands of dollars that they're going, I'm healed because they're paying tens of thousands of dollars? It better work.
Well, I mean, of course, he's going to be saying that because that means less people are going to come to him to get their stuff taken care of.
Hadn't thought about that.
Yeah,
Who do you trust anymore?
You trust me.
Oh, great. That's, you know what? I've been waiting for the day where I can finally go, Steve's the man I can trust.
I mean, of course he's going to be anti something that could lead to him losing patients.
Well, like it's the regular doctor. They always send you to somebody.
Yeah.
It's my primary care physician.
Yep.
They only just check you out. If you need anything like more done under the hood, they don't do it.
I got you.
They send you to specialists.
So are you looking to do like the stem cell? Is that what you were asking about it?
My left knee is kind of like giving me problems, and I wanted to do stem cell. It's not covered by insurance yet. And the doc is like, dude, it's tens of thousands of dollars. And they go, we don't have enough research to know if it actually does what they say it does.
Yeah.
But here it is in this list with all the research they've done. They consider it to be one of the top 25 creations in the last 25 years.
Well, I know someone in the Philippines that could help you if you.
Oh, you got somebody
there? Yeah.
Didn't Andy Warhol go ahead? Not Andy Kaufman go there? And
that was
yeah. I don't know if I want to. I don't know.
Come on, you get a root canal for $50, stem cell for $30.
I mean, look, no doubt about it. Some of the work is you just got to find the right person.
Yeah, and in Mexico, you can get a hole drilled in your skull to open up your third eye. Doesn't mean it's a good thing.
Oh, now you guys are just making stuff up.
No, that's real. Trepanation's real.
It's good enough for Doctor Strange. Why can't it be good enough for me?
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
How about Pornhub?
Pornhub, no. Sorry.
Come on.
That's literally the best invention ever.
Wow. How about the Kindle? People still using the Kindle?
My wife uses a Kindle.
My wife does too.
It feels like maybe that's just like standard tablet sort of thing on that.
Actually, no. Tablets are actually ahead of it. They got Kindle in its own category.
Wow. Okay, so just like a book reader then.
Yeah,
okay,
because a lot of people aren't using actual books anymore. But my mom has one, and she only uses it for Candy Crush. So what does that tell you?
Let's be honest. Do we have Amazon if not for the Kindle? I mean, I think that's what launched Amazon to be what it is. They started with the books and the Kindle. I mean, and I don't know if Amazon's what it is today if not for the Kindle.
I think it would be. I think the Kindle came after the success of Amazon.
Oh, I think the Kindle was right when they were still doing books. Am I wrong? Huh. I thought the Kindle was just them and books.
Extension of.
Yeah, I mean, Kindle's been around for a while. Yeah, but I mean, you may be right, Steve. I for some reason I always thought it was Amazon selling books online, then they had the Kindle, and then they started blowing up. But you might be right.
I know the Kindle's been around since 2007.
It's a long time.
How long has Amazon been around?
I'm looking.
But dude, since 2007, we weren't ordering stuff from Amazon in 2007. We weren't doing that.
No, I mean Amazon was founded in 1994, which is 25 years.
Yeah, but when did we have Amazon being like anything I would want, I would get?
Well, I mean, they started as a bookstore, so did you like books 25 years ago?
Yeah, I think it just kind of kept evolving. I think Amazon Prime is really what probably made it get to be where it's at because you get that free shipping, right?
Because remember, we didn't have iPhones in 2007, so I know I wasn't ordering anything on Amazon. I mean, maybe people were, but I mean, I wasn't ordering like anything I want.
Got an update on stem cells for you.
Okay, what do you got, buddy?
Texter. My landlord got stem cells in his knees. Said it didn't do a damn thing.
Damn it!
Probably got the wrong ones.
Yeah, that's
You got to go to the Philippines.
You got to go to the Philippines. You're right.
They got the best stem cells.
See, I can trust Steve. He said I can trust him.
Well, the marketing.
It's a friend of a friend.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Well, yesterday, Steve, the man who knows about the Philippines, got this one wrong.
Which two continents have never hosted the Olympics?
Asia. No. Antarctica. And South Africa.
No. No.
That's it. You were close, man. You were so close. You had the Africa.
Okay.
But you said South Africa, which is not a continent.
I keep doing that.
You want a shot at beating Steve? You got it. 206-421-ROCK. We're playing Beat Migs at 847 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. Here's another question from a listener. How long is a bankruptcy going to affect my credit rating?
Of course, most of the time, by the time we're talking about filing a bankruptcy, the credit has already taken a huge hit. Chapter 7 is going to affect it more negatively than Chapter 13. Chapter 7 stays on your credit report for 10 years from the time you file. It usually takes 7 or 8 years for your credit scores to get back into the normal range in a Chapter 7 case. However, your credit will start to recover even in Chapter 7 after about a year. You'll be able to get credit again right away, usually before your case is even over. Chapter 13 stays on your credit report for 7 years and usually takes about 3.5 years for your credit to get back in the normal range. So Chapter 13 will mean your credit gets better much more rapidly.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.